All right, Dragon Ball Super players, let's cut to the chase. Let's have a conversation. My name is Justin. I'm a part of an online community called Power Up, and we're going to dive into a topic right now. So there's been a lot of chit chat and a lot of crazy conversations happening within the Dragon Ball Super card game community. I have been a part of this community since technically before the game has come out, since the first ever starters were available at the Anime Expo over in California, way back when, right before Set 1 dropped. And I've been playing kind of ever since. I took like a year and a half off right around COVID time and dove right back in 2021-ish time frame and middle of that year, something like that. But anyways, it's not about me. It's not about how long I've played necessarily, but just to give you a little bit of context, I have played this game for quite some time. And I have also played several other games. I've been in the Pokemon scene. I've also played a lot of the Pan Z card game. And there's been so much I've been seeing within the community. And I just want to talk about something that hopefully inspires and encourages you guys to maybe get a different perspective, positive reinforcement in your thought process for gaming in general, and specifically the Dragon Ball Super card game. All right. And I really want to reiterate on what the homie Matt Coombs, man. Shout out to Matt Coombs. Man is super creative, a great just online presence for the game. Shout out to you, man. I know we've probably met only once or twice, but man, shout out to you. And I love what I just heard him say a little bit ago on social media on the Dragon Ball Super overall arcing page, right? The group page. So let's talk about this. This is what my man Matt Coombs said right here. The game is fine. We still play Dragon Ball after all these years. We have an OP system with Nats and Worlds, right? We're getting a digital client. Keep playing, keep building decks, and enjoy it while it lasts. From experience, you never know when it's gonna be gone, is what he said, right? Now, this sums up almost everything that I've kind of been feeling in regards to a lot of people just being upset and frustrated, saying Bandai doesn't care about the game, Bandai doesn't care about the players, Bandai doesn't care about us, all this different stuff. And when are we getting the ban list? Why have they not given us one? All this type of stuff. We're going to talk about it just for a second from my perspective, right? From the perspective of understanding that what Matt Coombs is saying here is so valid and true, right? In the sense that we have a Dragon Ball card game and we should rejoice in that. And that doesn't excuse certain things, sure. But the reality is this. The reality is that if Bandai truly didn't care, guys, then they would have gave One Piece, they would have given Digimon, they would have given them the online client before us. So when we're really looking at the grand scheme of where Dragon Ball stands for Bandai and Bandai TCG and card games and collectible card games for that matter, we got to really look at the overarching system here and the process of what Bandai is doing, right? They have invested lots of money and time into making a digital client that we have wanted for so long, and now we have one, right? It's coming. We get to play the beta next week, right? For some of us, we get to play that. We'll get an invite, and you're going to be wanting to play. Is it going to be perfect? No. If you're going into the online game and you're expecting it to be perfect, you're setting yourself up for failure, right? Pokemon digital card game wasn't perfect by any stretch of the means when it first came out, right? Probably neither was Magic, right? Probably neither was Yu-Gi-Oh! But the reality is that we finally get one, and it looks awesome to have characters on the screen, the animations, all that type of stuff. It's a dope thing to have to celebrate, right? Because they could have, if they wanted to, if Dragon Ball was really dying, then they could have given it to the one that was going to be the one that was going to carry and be the flagship of their brand. They could have gave it to One Piece. They could have gave it to Digimon. They're not. They're giving it to us. We get that. Dragon Ball gets that first. So that's dope. That's a very big, huge W, right? Secondly, I went to Nats, right? I was at Nats, had a power up booth set up, man. Shout out to PPG for letting us set that up and be a presence there for our online community and what we're trying to do within this space, right? But to see Bandai, developers for this game, fly into the States from Japan and literally just be there to talk to people at Nats, to showcase not a trailer for the next set, but really to come in and talk about the digital client, right? And to literally just promote that to about 800 to 1,000 people, right? 1,000 players almost in that building. That's a big thing that we should take hold of and say, wow, look, Bandai's actually showing up. Like, if Bandai didn't care, right, they would show up to all these other games and do something like that instead of for us. That's when I think we need to be afraid of, is the game dying? Does Bandai not care? I mean, sure, there is some merit to some of the card pool. Maybe isn't what you wanted or hurts your deck whenever they ban things. Like, I've been a part of so many bans and erratas at this point. Like, I've had decks that I've invested into, and then like I got a hold of that deck when it was, you know, starting to gain traction, when I knew it was already hot, and I just jump on it right as it's kind of at its end when it's peaking, and then Bandai hits the ban hammer on it, right? We've all probably been there, and it hurts. But the reality is that stuff, it just happens and it sucks, but we just got to trust the process sometimes, man. And you know, there's always going to be a format where 3-4 decks are the big nucleus of almost all the events that we go to. I've never seen a Pokemon event. I've never seen a Pan-Z event or any other card game that I've ever been a part of or seen or heard. Even in Magic, there's always like a block of decks that reign supreme in the meta for X amount of time, and then it shifts, right? That's just the way that this stuff works. And even if you look at games like Call of Duty, you look at Fortnite, you look at all this type of stuff, right? These games have a meta, right? Or fighting games even. You look at Dragon Ball FighterZ. There's 3 characters that are really broken together. There's another tier of characters that work kind of cohesively with said characters. And then they get nerfed. They get nerfed to the ground. And all of a sudden they're not as good anymore. And people are upset about that. There's always something that they're going to shift and change to draw new players or other players up into the meta to let them use their favorite characters or people. Just kind of how it happens. I'm just going to say this, man. I am encouraged about this game. We have a digital client coming out. To me, I think could there be some better communication with Bandai and us? Yeah, probably. But I've seen worse. I have. And I truly believe that they want this game to succeed because we have a digital client coming out. There's a lot of momentum on that. And I think if we ride this thing out and we continue to support, I think if we continue to do what we're doing in our communities, trying to grow the game, get other new players in, this is going to reach and continue to grow and be right dang near next to the top 3 card games in the space. That's just my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And again, man, these are just my thoughts, my opinions, my observation. Just quickly, I just wanted to share them because, man, I get sort of frustrated, man, because I feel like we have a card game, just like Matt was saying, right? We have this game. Be grateful that we have it right now and enjoy it, because Pan-Z was fun. I loved Pan-Z, and then they came out of nowhere and slapped down and said, this is it. No more sets. Gone. You know what I mean? And that hurt. That was not a fun situation to go through. But anyways, that's my 2 cents, man, on the matter. I hope this encourages you, and be looking out for more videos and more content from me in regards to this card game. I have a lot of stuff that I believe we're going to be able to offer this space and this scene for Dragon Ball Super specifically, and even other TCGs and CCGs as well. So thank you guys for watching. Leave the comments below on what you think, and in response to what I'm saying, Hate it, love it, agree with it, not, it's okay. You're welcome here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like as well. Love you guys, man. Power yourself up, power up those around you, and go out into the world to make a difference. That's what this whole thing's about. Peace.